Yeah, me not being from Oregon, I look at Kevin and I see how the fire in his eyes when this game comes around every season, and this is my 5th time playing in it. So I just feel, him being his senior year, we gotta help him out and get him a win to go along with that and on his way out. But it's gonna be a great game, and we going down there first, and when we come back out here, it's gonna be another great game.
When you guys see Oregon on tape, what kind of challenges do you think they're going to present?
They're a really fundamental team. They don't have any players that are just outstanding, that are going to drive right past us and just throw down a thunder dunk. I mean, that might happen, but they're a very fundamental team. If we overcommit on defense, they're going to counterpunch us and get an open lane to the basket and just play very much team ball and not so selfish, and that's going to present a problem to us potentially, especially with their fans down there when they're loud. Jared might not be able to hear me say, "Oh, I got your back on right side D," and then he might expect me to be there, and the communication could be a problem. But they're just a strong team.
What are you guys going to need to focus on to come out with a win, rather?
40 minutes of communicating, playing hard defense, no turnovers, and executing on offense.
Kevin, did you, in the series, with your dad having played in it, did you grow up all along knowing about the intensity of the rivalry? Did you
Oh, yeah.
feel like he had to teach you some lessons early?
I think I grew up knowing that the Beavers were good and the Ducks were bad. Don't steal, wash your hands, make your bed. The Ducks suck. Like that was something that I heard growing up in my house. But yeah, I've definitely heard lots of stories and been raised with the importance of this game.
Do you guys pay attention to like the other sports? The football team beats you guys, some of the other teams, back and forth. Do you feel like you come into this one with a chip, like saying, "Hey, basketball's our sport"?
Yeah, definitely when the fans get involved that much and they talk to you every day about winning this game, how important it means to them. You put that in your head a little bit, but we just got to go out and play hard, and we got to do it for ourselves too at the same time. No letdowns, and we just got to go play.
Rivalry aside, what kind of statement can this be potentially for you guys, given the way that you started in the Pac-12 and having that sweep last weekend to go in and beat first place team on the road?
If we can come in, go down to Matt Arena and get a win against the Ducks who are tied for first, I think that'd be a big message to the rest of the Pac-12 that, we started off kind of slow, but we're right back in the thick of the things. Kind of like some of our games this year. We started off slow, we got down by 8 or 10 points, and then we come back and make it a close game. That's kind of a simile for what we're doing right now. We can come back and make this a real good game.
Did the Ducks look much different to you on tape this year? Even Sim is kind of a different kind of guy this year.
Yeah. Like you said, he's shooting real well. They've got, I think, 6 or 7 transfers who are all upperclassmen. So they've got a little bit more experience, a little bit more toughness. I think they definitely look a little bit different.
Kevin, is Garrett a friend of yours, and you guys communicate during the course of the year? And did you meet him this week a little bit?
We don't communicate that often. He's a friend. His mom and my mom were both cheerleaders here back in the day. So he and I and his other brother, Brennan, kind of grew up together. We always have a good time hanging out and talking about who's going to beat each other next.
Any back and forth, like tweets or texts?
No, I try to stay off the tweeting and texting of in between players, just because you never know who's going to see it. But when we're talking in person, there's definitely some jokes.
Hey, Jared, when you guys talk about communicating on defense, you play a lot of different defenses. Is sometimes that a little difficult? Now we're in the matchup, now we're 1-3, is that a challenge sometimes to make sure everybody knows what they're doing?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and that's part of what I need to do to be a better person and a better player out on the court, is to communicate with the guys and tell them what defense we're in and when we're switching and when we're going to play the 1-3-1, and that's what we've been doing in practice, and it's paying off right now.
Jared, I assume you're going to be guarding Vinvo Joseph. If you are, and he's taken the conference kind of by storm this year in Minnesota. Do you kind of take it personally to try to stop him and hit your points?
Yeah, he shoots the ball well for the team, and he's one of the go-to players. And some of the film that I watched, he'll come off the screen and like to shoot the ball. So some of the things I have to look out for, and just to limit some of his touches to get up in them and just play hard defense.
Jared, when you're at home, you know, those dunks that you have kind of get the crowd going. How's it different when you do something like that on the road?
It's real different. But I think it gets more of my teammates involved and, you know, gets them excited more than some of the fans that we'll probably have at the game. But, you know, if I can get a dunk and get the team excited and get them rolling and get the momentum our way, you know, that's the best thing I can do.
Is that something you look forward to doing down there on that night?
Yeah, I definitely want to get a dunk on them. a nice one, too. So I'll try.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Yeah.